Evening all.
Here we are for another Ghost Stops. This time it's a bit of a weird one today because we've got a few places.
Yeah, this one's going to be strange. We're in Acton in Suffolk, and there's quite a few legends attached to this particular place. There is Acton Place.
Acton Place, which is an old house that used to be here years ago, but that got knocked down.
Yeah.
But we think we might have worked out where that is, so that could be a place we might be going to.
And that was built in, I think, the 1500s, so it's really old. And there's no actual ghost legends attached to that, but you know, it's old, so it might be worth having a look at the land around that.
Yeah.
There is.
Well, we're at the moment we're at Acton Church as well.
Yeah.
Just been driving around the graveyard because trying to find out where any parking is.
There isn't. It's just a road around the graveyard. It's so weird driving for a graveyard. I feel like coming in.
We just drove up to the vicar's house to turn around. I think there's been some paranormal stuff. I was trying to look it up earlier.
Yeah.
Have a look if there was anything reported here. But again, like a lot of these ghost ops things, we just turn up to a place and see what we can find.
Yeah.
And then also the third place in Acton is a pond.
We've only said two. Oh right, yeah, here. Yeah, there's a pond as well, which has got a legend. Apparently, is it silver or something that's stored?
Something like it's like a treasure that's stored there.
Treasure's supposedly at the bottom of this pond, and if you throw a stone in, apparently a voice can be heard saying, "That's mine," or something like that. Mine. Presumably referring to the treasure, not the stone.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's it for here. There's another place called Nursery Corner.
Yeah. I think we might have gone past that on the road in.
Yeah.
But like trying to work out where that actually is.
Yeah.
Is turning out a bit tricky because it's not actually a still documented place.
No.
It's not like a road. It's not on Google Maps or anything.
No. It's sort of a place only the locals would know about, really.
Possibly even the locals from 50 to 100
years ago.
It's
not the actual name of the place where this particular place is, but apparently a ghost there that has been known to open the gate on the park, I think.
That's the thing, because it's based around a park, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we had a look, and there is a park in Acton, but not sure how modern that is.
No, or if that's Nursery Corner. So, but we'll start at the churchyard anyway. We'll have a look, see if we can find where that old mansion was.
Yeah.
And then we'll go over to the pond and have a look there.
Have a look at the pond. Right. Let's get cracking. This light here, I'm using the torch instead of the car light. I've got that one up there, which isn't doing a lot. So we're just getting blinded by a floodlight. So I'm going to turn it off so we can see again. God, it is so cold.
We are going to be in the minus tonight. I think was it 2 degrees now?
I'm not sure. I think last I checked it said it was -4. So I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, it's cold.
Where these lights are over to the side of us, I think that is where Acton Place used to be.
Right.
You can see there's one over there in the woods as well, like a little light from something.
Yeah.
I think that is the house. There's not a flag on that flagpole, is there?
No, I think there's a rope.
Oh, is that what's making that noise? Careful that cone. Is that noise coming from the church? Oh, is there a heater or something?
Yeah, must be. Yeah, it's like a boiler or something.
Oh yeah. It's a lot smaller than I thought.
Yeah.
So they've got a fence on it?
Yeah, on the door it does. Particularly creepy church.
Apart from all the trees now rattling behind us.
Yeah.
I know what you mean though, it's not it's quite open.
Yeah. Well, it's spread out, like the graves aren't exactly like clumped together at all.
Well no, there's only like 5 here.
Maybe.
It's not like densely packed gravestones.
No, it's not. It's quite spread out.
Is that the house that we
Yeah.
went to? Not really feeling much as of yet.
No, I'm not. The thing is, I thought we'd be able to get over to Acton Place. Like, I thought it'd be like a field, maybe. But it's obviously it's been built right over, if that's where it was.
Yeah. It's looking more like sort of big farm buildings and stuff.
Yeah. Which is weird, like on the map it doesn't look like that at all.
No. Well, I don't know, maybe because on the map you're looking at it in daytime.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a bit tricky. Because there's that path that's down that way. That could lead straight to it, but then we don't want to be driving up to someone's
No, exactly.
house again. It's a bit more densely packed gravestones over this way. Just had something move there. I don't know if that was just like, well, I was saying animal or something. It's probably too cold for anything.
Yeah.
What would just be the grass sort of cracking about? Try under there, under those trees. Tends to be the spookier places. I keep hearing the occasional weird noise, but I don't know if that's just because we're right near a road and there's buildings over there.
Yeah.
It's a strangely shaped church, isn't it?
It's like 3 sections of it, I can't really see them. They've like stuck 3 together.
There's the occasional like tapping, but I think that's from the trees.
Yeah. It's going to be freezing now, so it's going to like
Yeah.
creak and everything.
I think it's a bit strange because with this one, that we don't really know of any paranormal stuff, completely that's supposed to be here.
No.
So I'm not feeling too on edge really or
No,
anything.
I'm not. But even so, we've been places where there's not been any reports of
Yeah.
stuff happening. That's just a shame, really. That's what I was hoping we'd be able to literally walk onto the side.
Oh.
So. What's that?
You look over there. You probably can't see it on the night vision, but my shadow against the wall, I just saw
right.
walking behind the trees.
I had that earlier.
It's because we've got all those lights behind us over there.
Yeah.
They don't look that bright, but they're bright enough to sort of place our shadows on that wall. There's all trees in the way, so in front of those windows over there as well, so I keep thinking there's people moving about in the house. It's a bit weird. Classic birds are flying out of trees again.
Yeah.
Is this a grave underneath all the trees? There is. It's got a lot of writing on it, actually. I reckon it's like a family plot or something.
Yeah.
A bit wary of that house over there. It's the vicarage that we drove up to the front of earlier on. That's the flagpole, isn't it?
Which again is like, just because it's a graveyard doesn't mean it's scary or haunted.
Yeah. It's got birds in it though.
Yeah.
Even in these parts it doesn't feel that strange. I think there is a bit of a problem as well. There's just so much noise contamination from... Yeah.
I think it might be worth heading over to that pond.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't think we'll get anything here. We can't get over to the place where the old mansion was. Not worth it.
Do you want to try a couple of minutes just in the porch?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, the monkey.
All the lights turned on outside as well.
A bit worrying.
It's a bit, yeah, it's a little bit sketchy.
So,
Or maybe come back another night where it's
never know till you try though.
a little bit
I'll say
quiet.
on the maps it looks completely different.
It's weird as well because there's the amount of places we've gone to and you can instantly feel it as you walk into a location.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really getting that at all. Huh?
The drive around was creepy, but
Yeah. Right, off to the pond. Can't see anything. You're putting on driving gloves.
it's cold out.
It's well cold, but
You got a problem? They've actually got vents in for.
speed racing,
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say to let your sweat drip out.
so you can do drifts.
Yeah, no, they're nice. I did want beige, but I think they got a little bit darker than that. But no, they're nice.
Let's go to the pond.
So that's left here.
Yeah, I reckon it's left, and then because there's like two ponds, so there's one over the other side of Acton.
What, the one where I first said about?
Well, the pond you were saying about that's been filled in, that's back at that junction,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I can't actually see anyway from Google Maps where there would have been a pond.
No, it's just what I heard. Coordinates. That's all I heard. That there was that was where the pond was, but
Okay.
that's assuming that the mansion was over there, which turns out it isn't.
No. Well, I don't know if they maybe just got mixed up with
Yeah.
Acton Place and Acton Place Lodge, what it was called.
Yeah. That's the problem. There's like we're just going on information that's available to us online.
That's why we come out and see for ourselves.
So I'm assuming we just have to go right, like walk up the footpath. We're parked in lay-by. We just need to like walk up this direction, and the
pond's
pond
over there.
is right there. And we're guessing that is the pond with the legend attached to it.
Looking at Acton from above, there's only sort of two
Yeah.
ponds, and that's one of them.
Yeah. Problem is, like, there's loads of legends and stuff online about Acton. I think there's about 3-4 different ghost stories from around this particular village, but all of them aren't at fixed points. They're sort of a pond in the village. Well, what ponds?
Yeah.
Like, there doesn't. It's difficult to pinpoint these legends.
Well, that is a pond, so
it is indeed a
Could
pond.
try that one.
Well,
So-
it looks like a pond.
got the same sort of problem here as before when we were at Lavenham Bridge. Of thinking like, do footpaths count at night?
What about footpaths?
Do they still count at night?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. And in the snow.
There's a lot of traffic out on its lay-by. Now that we're actually outside the car trying to film, it's when all the traffic turns up. Right,
Is this a footpath?
off we go. Yeah, look, there's a footpath sign.
That is a footpath.
Oh, it goes down there. Careful. You're right. You're doing your zips.
Right.
All set. Here you go.
It's freezing.
Take the thing.
It says 2 degrees in the car, but I could tell you now it's colder than 2 degrees.
So we're just walking down the path a little bit now, and we've found what seems to be a runway. And there was an old RAF base and stuff around this area.
Yeah, there's definitely one near here, so it makes sense that this probably doesn't seem any other reason to have great big slabs of concrete in the middle of a field.
No, this is like the taxiing area for the planes.
So we think we might have accidentally found the runway. Not runway.
There's something moving back there. I think it might be a little animal or something running across.
Yeah, but like, I mean, this is huge, this bit of concrete.
Yeah.
When we was walking, like, there's...
It's tricky to see on camera, but this like a concrete runway that runs all the way as far as we can see over that way. We've got this Great Walton Field over there.
It doesn't seem like farm tracks at all because there's no like tyre marks or anything in it.
No. It's weird even, there's this like massive amount of mud that we're standing on top of at the moment.
Like buttocks.
Like buttocks. That's just blocking off... Oh, I see what you mean actually.
I wasn't just saying
mud bum.
buttock. I don't call mound buttocks.
Right.
That one naturally looks like it.
That little muddy path going up there, I reckon that's probably the edge of where the pond is.
I think the pond's further away.
What, further than it? It's not going to stack it down the hill. Actually, that's like a field. I can't tell. I'm going to need a torch because I can't see what's over there. Nah, that's not a pond, is it? Somewhere around here, yeah. Would you try and go down the runway a bit further?
Yeah.
Didn't look like that on the map.
Again,
It looked like a house.
Not that like easy to look at.
Right. Alright, I'll pause this until we find the end of this runway. We reckon it might be worth coming back actually investigate it. Check it.
If this is an airbase.
Yeah. But it's weird this is just down a footpath as well.
No, this is going to field.
Is it?
Yeah.
Might have to have another check of the map.
Where did we say the pond was?
It's that dark green circles.
Oh, there. Yeah, so we're there. The pond is so we're pretty much straight over there, and it's there. So we're nearly there.
Straight across from her.
Straight across this field, yeah. That's what we're assuming is this runway.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be. Look, there's a cross. That's got to be an airfield.
Yeah, this area. This is an airfield. Yeah. Or do you want to brave the mud? Well, I think this is the hedgerow bit that carries on across to the pond.
Yeah. It looks like a path on the map, though. That's what confused me.
Yeah. So we reckon we've found it.
I know, we definitely have found it.
It's over here though. It's behind this big old barbed wire, well not big, but barbed wire fence across another field, and it's in amongst some little trees over there.
See on the map how close it is. Just over there.
So where's this?
So
we're there. Yeah, it's in the back of someone's. Well, not the back of someone's garden. I think that's a farm or a little industrial estate, and it's in the back of that.
they were only buildings. If this was an airbase, military or not, you don't reckon they're only the buildings?
It could be. They're not far from it, are they?
We're not getting to that point.
No, we can't get there. No, it's at the back of whatever those buildings are over there. Well, like assuming that is the pond, we might have to have another explore trying to find it.
In this
You're right.
ditch. There's legends in this whole village, but they're so difficult to track down. And they are only legends, they're not like, we haven't got any eyewitness accounts and stuff.
Yeah.
Really, but trying to track down stuff like that and find the places where these things are supposedly taking place is quite difficult. I have one here.
Well, it's like I said, I looked online and did the thing we can put the map back in time. It did turn up here. There's been a lot of different airstrips and stuff along this area we're in.
And if it is a military one, it might be worth coming over and having a little investigation at the base itself.
Yeah. But for now, do you reckon call it a night?
Huh?
Do you reckon call it a night for now?
So.
Alright. Hopefully you get more in the next one.
Film that van.
Film that van. We've just witnessed possibly a prostitute while getting back to the car. We don't know what's going on in this van over here.
What? That was the weirdest thing. We was walking back to the car and there's these two people sitting in the van, like, and I honestly thought maybe, they've probably come and steal.
Well, I saw them looking out because we were walking up the path in front of them with a torch out of the darkness as they're both sitting lit up in the front of the van, staring at us, looking a bit terrified.
Yeah, and then we got back. They were kissing or something, weren't they?
Yeah.
And then what were we doing here?
Then she was. Oh, you want to go right here? Then she was instantly throwing up.
Heaving, proper heaves.
I don't know, maybe she was just pretending to be being sick
I don't know.
as a cover.
But I think we've witnessed. Well, I've witnessed my first lay-by prostitute
Discharge
thing. Yeah. I don't want to call it that. That's added a slight twist to the end of the night.
Yeah, that was a bit weird. Because I'm pretty
Absolutely.
sure I saw them passing something between them.
Money, yeah. That's bizarre. I've heard about this sort of thing, but I didn't think it would ever happen to me. Like, it's so weird.
There's a strange little highlight to the end of the video.
Fucking hell.
We didn't get any paranormal activity. We got some possibly criminal activity. So that's an interesting one.